Okay, so hi guys, what we have here is flood sensor for my home security system, which is Frontpoint Home Security. And I bought those because it was on sale yesterday for 50% off. So their MSRP at like $44. So when I used the coupon yesterday, and it came to $22 each, which I think is a very affordable mean of having a flood sensor. So what I'm gonna do in this video is, of course, I'm gonna unboxing it and open it up and see what's going on. And also, I'm gonna try to activate one of those sensors for you guys, so you know the basic procedure on how to activate them. Okay, so they just look like this. It's like a triangle shape, and of course, on the bottom there are two little contact points, and that's where when the water, when the two contact points was in water immersed, it will send a signal that tells the front point that your home had water intrusion. So let's see, try to go low and see how. Yep, so the point is kind of over there. There is some distance between the between the bottom and the contact point. I think it's like 1/8 or even 1/16 of an inch from the ground, but that's a contact point. So I have 3 units, and I think first thing first I need to find out how to activate those sensors, because they didn't come with any instructions and they just asked me to give them a call. So I'm gonna give them a call and then I'm gonna come back and update the video. Now, before I do that, I'm not sure if you guys noticed when I was showing you the back of the plate, one of the O-ring was sticking out from one side. So I just popped it up, and this is what it looks like, quite interesting design. But again, I'm gonna come back and update on how to activate the actual sensor. But it's water sealed with those O-rings on the edge. So that's what it looks like. I would assume this 2 points is when it checks to see, if the water was in contact with the sensor. So, okay, be right back. Alright guys, so I just got off the phone with Frontpoint Security customer support to add those water sensors, and unfortunately I'm not able to show you guys how to add the sensor, because when I called in, they actually just did it for me remotely. So I would assume those sensors are always active. So they're already activated, or they are always on. And I guess they already had the serial number coded for me before it arrived. So they were able to add it to my system like right away. But however, if you actually are doing it on your own, I have some tips to show you guys. So basically, those are my water sensors, and I already changed some of the names, because when he added for me, it just says water flood sensor 3, 2, 1. So if you're adding your own, if you go to your panel settings to edit sensor, you'll be able to see that you'll be able to know which group to add. It's the water sensor is actually group 38. So and I think to trigger the sensor, you actually use a little flat-tipped screwdriver to unclip this little thing. This is actually the temper sensor. So when you unclip it and the little piece falls off, it'll trigger the sensor to send an alarm. And I think that's how you actually detect the sensor when you try to add it over here in your system. Cat's fighting. Just a second. All right, so back to where I was talking about. Make sure when you add the sensor and it triggers type, you need to make sure it's a water type sensor, and the group, make sure it's set at group 38. And of course, when you finish setting up the sensors, you can customize the ringtone. You can also change the name of the sensor. So you can change the chime over here, but I think this chime works just fine. We have some different tones. I'm gonna change it to just the default. So yeah, make sure group 38, and of course you can customize the name. So I'm gonna, and this sensor It's going to be for the washer, the washing machine. So I'm just going to type washing machine. All right. So now you already made a custom name for it, which is pretty nice. So later on when it makes voice prompts and you'll know like which sensor had something wrong. And as you can see, I have all the sensors over here. And the last one that I added are water sensors. Okay, so that's how you add the sensor. So basically, if you give your security company a call, they'll be able to add it remotely. But if you bought it somewhere else, like on eBay or Amazon, like individually, you can add them over into the system yourself. Just the only thing you need to make sure is it's a water type sensor and select the group at 38. And of course, the group and the group is only pertaining to Frontpoint Security. Like if you use a different security company and a different water sensor, it may be different. But from what I know also that this is their newest type of water sensor. The one before, it's kind of vintage, that had a two-piece design, and I think one piece is a tip that detects water, another tip is the actual battery. But this one, it actually just integrates everything into one piece, which is super, super nice. So, and it's very compact. I already slipped one of the sensors down into my dishwasher. So I'm gonna use another one for the fridge and one for the for my washer. So there you have it. If you guys have any questions about the water sensor for your security system, or particularly water sensor for your Frontpoint security system, feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I'd be happy to help you guys. Thanks again, and take care.